A Fender, Squier, Strat, Affinity. It's got the little Affinity logo up there. Came into me for a setup, and the owner was a bit concerned about a couple of little cracks and scratches on it. What I've done, I didn't go through the whole thing because it's a pretty standard setup. The pickup heights were too high, so they've been set. The knobs were all fine, the electrics were working all fine. They just needed a little bit of a working with some, they call it loosening agent. The frets I cleaned and polished, and they were in pretty good shape. The board was very dry, so I used lemon oil on it and it worked well. There were a few scratches at the top, but I didn't do too much with them. I just put some crimson guitar oil finishing on them. The tuners were all loose, but the little screw tightened them up and they were all fine. Interesting thing is the tuners had the plastic on them on the back. They hadn't been taken off since the day it was bought. The scratches were all cleaned up quite nicely. There's no problem with that. On the back, this is just a short video, by the way. On the back, there is a crack you can see there, but it's actually just a crack in the finish as far as I can see, because I didn't want to take it off. So what I've done is I've just put some Type Bond in there, and that will just ensure that it doesn't go any further than that. There's the back of the Fender, serial number and anything like that. And the other thing the owner was concerned about was the standard kind of crack you get there. Can you see it there? This is pretty standard. I couldn't see any flecks in the movement. I took the neck off, so I couldn't see any flecks in it. But what I've done is I've just put a little bit of Type Bond in there and cleaned it up because I didn't want to go crazy on that. We'll know in years to come whether there is a major problem there, but I don't think there is. I think it's just a normal stress crack. The strings are crap strings. I prefer to see a better set of light strings on this because I think they're a little bit too heavy for this guitar, but that's up to the owner to do that. Also, I locked the tremolo arm so the tuning will stay, and he never uses a tremolo, so I have it locked now. Didn't have to put my little special screw in because there were lots of room on the springs to tighten them up. But overall, this is a great little guitar, and to buy it for £10 is a stunning deal, and he got a really good deal on this, and it sounds lovely. I'll play it a little bit now. Okay, cheers. There you are. Lovely little Fender. Just gonna have let you hear some chords on it. The intonation, I'd set the intonation and the string height. String height might want to go up a slight bit, but it depends on the amplifier and how the guitarist plays it. It could buzz if you're a hard player, but this is a good little guitar, and it'll last for a long, long time if he plays it nicely and doesn't abuse it. But it sounds lovely. Intonation's beautiful on it. Slightly out of tune, but the strings need to be replaced. A lighter string. I always like light strings, but that's just my preference. Anyway, there you go. Lovely little Fender Squier guitar Affinity for £10. That was a steal.